Hey trader, let's take a break from trading and just watch price. I know you want to get in there, you want to make those trades, you want to make that money, but you also can lose money. And a lot of the times, if we really just paid attention to the candles, found some, indicators that worked for us that can give us some insight. Now, not all indicators are 100%. Repeat, not all indicators are 100%, but you're going to be able to have different confluences, different, okay, this indicator's doing this indicator's doing that. They're all lining up, right? And my setup is set up, right, for me to take that trade. So you want to be able to have that just like in your business, in your personal life, having those other help and being able to delegate. That's your help for today. You don't have to do all this all alone. And so that's the same thing when it comes to watching the charts and trading. Utilize those indicators to help you make informed decisions. Okay. So right now, yes, it's during lunchtime. It's 12:14 Eastern Standard Time, and we are watching price. So right now we have Micron Technologies up. Let's see what else we have. SPY, we have NVIDIA. I am actually in my Sims account. So I did my day trading, scalp trading actually this morning, and I'm still in one trade, and so I'll check it later today. But right now for me is as I continue to be on my journey on improving in trading, becoming a better trader, according to my objectives, then this is part of that, and that is watching the trades. Now, not all the time do we have to have indicators. Good old support and resistance is amazing. Okay. But these indicators help us see, especially when we break it down on the different time frames, how to really be able to utilize those and see what's going on. But all the indicators, all it's doing is following price. And that's what we're doing. We're following price and making the informed decision on where it's going to go. So right now we're at NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been on a let me go down to the daily. So overall it's had an upward trend since, let's see, April 21st, but as you can see in between it's had some pullback. So if we add the indicators on here, I'll add these, and then I am actually in Thinkorswim right now, and I'm going to add another one. I'm using the moving average exponential, and that's going to just be able to track price over a specific amount of time. So I'm going to use the 9, the 20, we're going to use the 21, and then also the 50 EMA. Let me change this one to the 50 EMA. And then we're also going to use the VWAP. And I'm going to change this to yellow. All right. So now that we have these on our, I know now it's like, oh my God, it's busy. It's a lot going on this chart. We're going to zoom in and just see how price, well, we know currently NVIDIA is still in a consolidation. There has been some pullback. We see that the VWAP is actually curling over, right? So it's following price downward. But then we also have this VWAP here at 129.53 that it could come back to eventually and then bounce off and go to the upside. And the next level would be it retracing back to 141 or 140, around between 140 and 141, somewhere in there. But as you can see, when it came here back in February, it hit this level and it wicked off and it pulled back, and then it has been on a decline since. But again, the market likes to rebalance itself. So as we can see, it could go back up to do that. But again, it could do whatever it wants to. Once again, this is not financial advice. This is not giving you any type of trade ideas. It's just helping you talk through what you're seeing. In addition to, I'm documenting my journey as I continue to grow in it too, because I absolutely am very grateful to be able to do this. And just from my background, the different things I've overcome and like that God has just brought me through, it's like, wow, thank you for being able to for me to be able to do this while I'm with my baby and then also teach both of my kids, you know. So as time goes on, because they're still young. But what I can say for you is look at this as a way to be able to, you know, not just anything, right? This is something that really can be beneficial to your now, right? Your right now. And that right now is you getting zooming in and looking at like, how do I really see price? And again, I got a lot of stuff going on the charts right now. And I'm actually going to change. What is this one? Oh, yeah, that's the VWAP. And let's see, this must be the 9. So I'm going to turn the 9 into another color. All right. So as you can see right now, we are still sitting at this level, one of the levels of resistance. And we'll see if NVIDIA breaks like where it actually closes on the day. So right now we're on the daily. Each candle represents a day. And we're going to go down to the 1 hour and see what's going on. So overall, it's still on the upward trend. It did pull back, it was in consolidation. It started to pull back some, but it really could have pulled back just to fill up the gas to go higher, right? AKA snatch liquidity, AKA snatch some stops that's right here, you know, and or trigger some stops and snatch your money, okay? And I'm laughing just because I understand there's been plenty of times where I'm like, okay, I'll get out, close below VWAP. Okay, it closed below, you know, one of the a strategy that I have is, you know, where it could potentially go further, but then it only reverses, snatches the money, reverses, hits my stop, I'm out the trade, reverses back to the upside. But that's the nature of it. That's the reason for our risk management, which it took me some time to really dig into that because I'm like, oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Yeah, it's coming back, but it might not be till tomorrow. It might not be for 2 weeks from now. It might be an hour. It might be 10 minutes from now. So for me, it's been trading the cycles or the current, like what's going on now. And then from there, having some other strategies, whether it's long-term swing trading, leaps, things like that. And so let's go down. And then also you can see it's still in a range, even though it's broken out of that range some, it's still in the range. That tells a lot. But the range, you have this high 136.89 and then there's a low of 129.84. So that is still, you know, depending on what your goals is, you could still trade this, especially like coming from here to here, you still could trade it. You just got to catch it. And that's on the 1 hour. Then we go down to the 15 minutes. You still see that range. You see a breakout down here. And then we come back to where we are today. It is on this increase or incline. And so it's interesting because like with this rally, it hasn't retraced the area, but it's like about here would be about 50%. And so it's interesting because you got all of these EMAs in the VWAP here. And so I think I have the VWAP. Okay, I see what's going on. So for the VWAP, just currently, I am going to turn off the upper and the lower band. So everybody has different versions of what they do. And so I want you to just lean into, you know, exploring the different indicators and then trying them out. If it don't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But then have a reason behind that. Like have a reason, like you like definitely do your research. But in these videos, I actually go over using the VWAP and a few other indicators. And so we'll just dive in. So let's talk about what's going on right now. So right now, price again, all these EMAs and indicators are doing, the VWAP is following price. So right now, price is right in the middle of the 21 and the 9 EMA. This 21 and 9 EMA, they work together. Now, the 9 is very reactive. It's sometimes gonna start before it's even, you know, there. It's gonna react quickly to price, especially if there's like a large order that comes in or that is sold, you know, you can see it just react to it. And then throughout the day, the 21 is going to be even more like grounded. It's going to follow that 9. It's going to be right behind them, but it's going to also be more strategic. And so you'll see like right now, again, price is just going in the middle. So this right here, if you're trading this, depending on what your goals are, like really look at what time it is, journal, what occurred when you took that trade and explore. So for me, right now with my schedule is watching price during this time. My child took a nap. Yes, I could be looking for trades, but I also see a lot of things that I am looking at are basically in the middle. And this is just frustrating. I mean, just imagine, you playing ping pong and you just ping ponging the ball back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, guess what? You're not the paddle. You're not even the human that's controlling the paddle. You are the ball in the middle, getting hit back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No, 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 no. Go make yourself some lunch, enjoy the day. Get ready for your kids or your husband and things that's coming on because we are not meant to be on the charts all day. Now, there is a subset of time that you should dedicate to learning, and that might mean you got to be on the charts all day, right? But it's not something that's long term and sustainable that you should reach for. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you, like, God don't want you on the charts all day. God needs you to build specific things. There's something that you were designed to do, and it's important that you do that and be able to manage other opportunities and resources and tools that God gives you. And so we don't want to make this an item. We don't hope in the market, we hope in God. And that's how we're able to keep things because God's got to order. So we got to be in order, right? And so this is the thing I'm talking about. And I'm also living. And then God works on me every single day on it. And my thing is, I'm not going to come on here and say it if I'm not doing it and that my it's not reflective on my family and my environment. So it definitely is a walk, but I know this is something I'm meant to do because I really wanted somebody else like, version something to be talking more about like faith and being an entrepreneur and having a family and trading. Like you see people that talk about, oh, I only trade for 20 minutes a day. How you do that? Right? That's golden when you have so much going on, right? Or even not just have more going on. That's golden. They don't have to be on the charts all day. But I literally spent about 8 months just on the charts all day, open, close, right after studying in between nursing, cooking, all that stuff. And I just knew it wasn't sustainable. So now I am doing my mornings and studying and then also releasing it so I can help others along the journey and then just document my journey because I want my kids to be able to look back on this as well. So, and then being a good steward. So anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. Okay. You want to watch price. So right now we still have this doji. This is indecision right now, or it could also mean neutral, right? They're meeting in the middle on this price of 133.89 at this current time at 12:26. And so if I would have taken this trade, I did see earlier where this would have been even getting it down here. But I know some people who took NVIDIA today, but I didn't do NVIDIA. But if we can check this out, like NVIDIA even coming here and looking at news, like catching up on what's going on with the stocks. I usually will have, let's see, where is it at? I will usually have Schwab Network on for any updates. And right now they're talking about Target. Target has earnings coming up. I'm gonna turn it off for now. And so, yeah, so what we do is we see, this should be the 200, but let me double, no, wait a minute. That's the 50. Okay, let me change the 50 color. I will, in my other account, I have these set, but we're just gonna update it right here. Yep, it's 200. I just hit the wrong button. All right. Okay. So what we see right now is we have the 50 EMA. Okay. I'm sorry, the 100 EMA. The 100 is chilling, right? It's just observing. It has seen everything. Okay. Then we have this 50. Did I say that right? No, 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 no. Oh, that's right. This is the wrong color. Let me change this. Excuse me. Okay, let's start over. All right. So we have and then let me do pink. Somebody is missing. Okay, let me go back. I know you're like, who are you talking about? I will be sharing more about that at some point. Let's see. Yeah, 9, 21, 20, 20. Oh, I know. Okay, so moving average. We're going to go back to moving average. Exponential as selected. We're going to change this to the 100. All right. All right. And I'm going to change this one. So just to give a quick tutorial. So when you're adding your indicators, just go to studies and you'll be able to, let's go back to it. So go to studies, edit studies, and then you'll type in, so say for instance, you wanted to add the RSI, the relative strength index, you can add the selected, it's going to put it at the current place right now is going to put it at the lower end of your trading dashboard. And so and it's going to show the last 14 days. Okay. So right now we see that again, price is still in the middle. It's 12.29. And depending on what your strategy is, you might be holding this for a longer time frame and might not matter to you, right? But for me, depending on if I'm scalping, I'm looking for it to break above a certain level. And so on my other one, I have the orb actually outlined. So this should be it. Let's just go to the drawings tab. From there, you can get the trend line tool. All right. And so for this one, I may be looking, if I was to even consider, which I'm not, looking for it to break above and hold, or looking for it to break below, maybe even here and hold. But that's not what I'm doing now. So again, you're going to have to decide if this or that and what makes sense to you. Now that it is 12:30, a new candle has opened. This new candle has broke right at the same, has opened up right at the same level as the previous candle. A previous candle does show that it is a bullish candle. We had sellers try to push it down, but then the buyers came in and pushed it up. It is forming a hammer, except that it does have a wick at the top, which it means at some point the sellers came in and tried to push it down. So it didn't return all the way there, but we do see price open right there. We also see that price open right at the 21 EMA. So when thinking about that, the 21 EMA is a more of a after the 9 is a stronger one. It's not as strong as the 200 or the 100 or the 50, but it's definitely calculated. So if I'm looking at this and it does hold on the 21, then the 21, especially showing now that now it's cupping it like if you were holding like a wine glass or something or whatever, some type of glass, then now you can kind of see that that 21 is cupping it. Let me see if I can zoom. Let me zoom in. Yes, you can't really, let's see. Okay. So now it's sitting right there. Now, if I zoom out on the 30, so these are all the things I would be, well, some of the things I would be doing. On the 30, it's sitting right here at the 9 EMA, and the 9 EMA is holding it. You also have this candle that shows potential reversal or continuation depending on how you see it. But I also on the 30 have these other EMAs. We have the 50, we have the 100, we have the 21 that's right there. So this literally could show that price wants to fall. And we currently had in pre-market this drop and then this base, but it ended up pivoting. So it's most likely that price is going to want to retrace back up here to test pre-market highs and then potentially pull back. But again, I am coming up with if this or then, so that I know if I wanted to get in this trade, then I would need to get receipts and confirm it could get above on the 30 these EMAs. And then from here, if price holds, this also helps me check my confluences on the orb strategy. It'll be sitting here to then think about like if that makes sense for me to take it from here to here, that's under $1. And then if I'm going to buy options contracts on this, and then even looking at the next levels, on the decision I want to make. So as you're doing this, it's going to be important for you to just watch price. Okay. And actually, my daughter's right on time. She just woke up from her nap. So say hello. You gonna say hello? Okay, she's not saying hello because she's not talking to strangers, which I completely understand. And so, okay, watch price, take some time, and then journal so that you can see how it reacts, because oftentimes these EMAs, they react just like you see the VWAP right now. It has come down because so you saw where pre-market, well, you can see now how it came down. It's curved down, went like kind of steady in the line, and then now it's starting to slightly curl upward along with the 9. The 50 is right holding at the very top of it. The 21 is curling some. The 9 is curling with some. And then especially if this 9 and this 21 cross, then that definitely can signal even more of an upward trend. But also we want to be mindful of this volume right here. The volume right here is like, if you compare it, look, it's showing that it's not a lot of volume right now. Of course, now it's lunch. Now, sometimes there's a volume here. And then we have to really watch it to see if it's, a divergence or something, if it's a trap. It's not fun when you get no traps. The setup looks so good, but then it's a trap. It's a trap. Okay, so again, we could stay here for a while. So will price return to test pre-market highs? And actually pre-market highs is up here at 135.95. But will price continue to move higher to test pre-market highs? Will price return back to 140 this week? 141, we shall see. And in the process, we're going to keep learning and growing so that we can be whatever our goals are in trading and accomplish that. So I am Denisha on a mission with the Trading Garden, helping just spread words and seeds of wisdom on this trading journey. Remember, this is a tool. It is not the end all be all. This is a tool for you to move forward with what God has put in you and designed you to do. There's a reason why you're here. And so we can utilize this to be a part of our goals, right? But we want to be definitely obedient to what God has and wants us to do. And some people might not like that word obedient. Then say yield. That might be the problem. Okay? Because for me, I be having to think about that. But I am yielded to God to do everything God needs me to do. And it requires order. It requires a certain discipline. And it's easy to be on these charts and to see price going, okay, it's up $100, $200, $1,000. It's easy to do that and then not watch and see, oh, these EMAs are here. If it gets here, it could start to reverse, and then I will be in drawdown and lose those gains, right? If there's no EMAs here, okay, let me go to another time frame and see if there's any other levels I'm not seeing on another lower or higher time frame. Okay, if that is not the case, then let me have my target to be the next major resistance level of like so much money. You decide what that is before it even gets to that level. Or I'm going to make sure that my stops are on. So if it does hit this resistance, it does pull back, I still am able to protect gains. I may lose a few percentage or a percentage or so, but I will be able to protect those gains and still keep myself in the trade if it did decide to break. And then with trade with think or swim, we also have the trail stop, right? Which is amazing. And so, but it takes strategy when you're using it to be able to fully use it. But regardless, this is a tool. And so this also it requires it to be stewarded well. So I just want to encourage you to keep going. If this makes sense to you, again, this is not financial advice. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I am on here navigating and learning too, and I really wanted to share some words of wisdom and just really come on here and watch Price. Because I'm gonna keep getting great at this. So, all right, have a blessed, amazing day. And remember, you got this. Why? Because God's got you. So seek God first, ask God for clarity, and get on here and do your part by learning and watching, and then getting off of here and taking care of your family and building what God needs you to build. All right, I will talk to you later and have a good day.